#1 DJ.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on the Saudi Plus podcast, your #1 podcast in the land. We are taking over the airwaves and bringing you fun, laughter, and insights you need to spice up your day. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we require you to do is to sit back, tune in, turn up the volume, and let the party get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you on Saudi Plus TV and as well as podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. Today, I'm your host, Juma Safari, and in today's episode, we are delving into the world of relationships. And I want to ask you just a few things. Are you dating? Are you dating? Are you married? Are you in friendship? Or are you single? Or maybe you might be in plans of getting into a relationship. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to tell you that it's important to discuss about relationships. It's important to understand how relationships work and how to navigate through them, because relationships really take up a big chunk of our lives, and they do affect our success. They do affect the work we do every single day. So today here in studios, I have beautiful and a handsome gentleman. Later, in the podcast, they will be able to introduce themselves. They are here to share with us a few insights about relationships, most importantly, healthy and unhealthy relationships. So, ladies and gentlemen, I personally am very much excited to host or to lead on this amazing conversation. So, all we want to tell you is that sit back, relax, and get ready for an informative and entertaining episode.
Your name when you ask me, gee, that guy is my guy. Jeffrey's not my guy, not my guy. K and June K for life. Venus supervision.
So, I'm going to start with introductions, because first things first, guys. You know how all this thing goes. So I'm going to start on my immediate right. Please welcome to the Saudi Plus Studios. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, listeners. So glad to be here. Called Daniel Oceans. Yeah, thank you so much.
Daniel Oceans, we are happy to have you today in the studios.
I appreciate my pleasure.
Hello, beautiful lady. How you doing?
Hi. Hope we are all fine. I'm just delighted to be here.
Definitely.
And my name is Zawede Naira. Happy to be here. We're going to have the best moment of all. Just tune in and listen in.
Naira, I'm more than excited to host you today.
Thank you so much.
I have this beautiful queen. Please, can you go on and introduce yourself to our dear listeners and viewers?
Hi everyone, the youngest child. Should I call it child?
Of course.
In the building. My name is Shama Case, and I'm glad to be here.
We are happy to have you, Shama. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to discuss about one pertinent issue that is really affecting the lives of young people, and that is relationships. We all know how important relationships really play a big part in our lives, right? I hope we are all aware. So sometimes people get really massive challenges with this relationship. Some are too young to understand how to navigate through life of relationships. So to start on this conversation, what are some of the common misconceptions about healthy relationships, Daniel?
Okay, to begin with, one, for all that I know, I would imagine each one would want to have a healthy relationship. when we talk about a healthy relationship, imagine we mean a relationship that is enjoyable, that is fun, that everyone would wish to be in. So the misconceptions in a healthy relationship, one would be people would expect a healthy relationship to be easy. Of course, in life, not everything comes easy. We have ups and downs
Oh yeah, oh
in
yeah.
all that we do. There's always the good side and then the bad side.
Yep.
So one misconception is everyone would expect a healthy relationship or a good relationship to be smooth. That is not true. Fine. Out in the public, people may see, for example, let me say if I'm dating and I'm always out there smiling with my spouse, they would think we do not fight back at home. You get? But all I should say is there are always ups and downs and everything. So one thing I would like to push out there is there are always two sides of a coin in everything that we do. You get? Then the other thing is the other misconception is when people see happy couples, they assume they do not have sad moments.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get? If I could expound on that is there are people who are mature and understand themselves very well and respect their relationship. So if you're in a kind of relationship like that, is you should not let people know the troubles that you have in your relationship. Let your private situations be private. You should not bring out everything to the public. So when people see you happy, they would assume you do not have bad sides or sad moments. So that's the other misconception in a healthy relationship. Okay, then the other I would probably want to talk about is putting your partner first. Now, if I'm in a relationship, now this normally goes out to the ladies. Now, they would expect everything to come from the man.
Ochitegeera Shama holiday.
Oh no, I beg to object.
So ladies, we get this wrong. You get?
Yeah.
In a healthy relationship, it's a two-way. You get? We are two individuals in this thing, so we all have to contribute.
Before you go any further, I'm sorry to cut you short. Naira,
alright.
do you agree with Daniel that everything is on the man? The man is the provider. I mean, he has to provide. I mean, that's the thing. Is it a misconception, really?
To me, it's not a misconception
Why?
because yes, we are in a relationship, but we are having grades where we are following religion says a man should provide. So why not?
Shama, what do you think?
Well, I think, yeah, it is a misconception, but it depends. Who is more well off? If I told the man is more well off, he's earning more than me, why not? You should provide for me. Yeah, but if I do have, I can provide a little. But for a man, that's your duty. Because why would they call you the man of the house when you can't provide anything?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Daniel, does provision make you a man?
Yeah, it makes me a man. But one thing I would want to make Shama understand is talking about wealth is the other thing, and then supporting in another is another. I could have all the wealth, but if you do not give me any ideas, you are not supporting me. I may not need your money. I may just need your words and encouragement, and that is it. I'll provide all that you need, but if you do not talk to me, if you do not support me, if you do not direct me, do not encourage me, then the relationship is ceasing to be healthy. It's turning out to be unhealthy.
Then on that point, I'm with you. If you say it that way, but
Yeah.
the earlier before, I was not siding with you.
Of course, yeah, that drew me to, of course, I was still getting to that point. Now, when I say ladies expect everything from a man, is the ladies who just want to sit in the house like a flower and expect the man to do each and everything. You get?
Oh, man.
I once dated a girl, I think I was in campus, and even washing her own clothes, she wanted me to hire someone to come and wash her clothes. You get? So if she would give me ideas on how we could do things,
That's
I
interesting.
guess it would be better. You get? So yeah, for a healthy relationship, it should be a two-way.
Yeah, yeah.
Fine,
like
I
a
may
two-way
provide
street, yeah.
yes, I may provide part of the things. You can provide advice, encouragement, motivation, and so on and so forth. We as men, we do not expect a lot from the women, but still, if you give us a lot, we shall receive.
Yeah, definitely.
But
So Shama, you had a point.
Yeah, I think like yeah, I agree upon that. But there's some actually men that actually do this, like do a control of a woman. That if you are a woman, you want to say something or you want to like add on to your man, they don't actually give you that air. They're like, okay, she's behaving like okay, she's now the man. She wants to own everything you get. So you would love to actually help out your man, but in that same place, your man is going to feel that, I don't know, proud, the pride. I'm the man. You shouldn't say that. I'm the one to tell you what to do, not you. Exactly.
No, Shama, that is very true. But then it depends on how you present yourself. You get now the women who would come there and want to be authoritative in a way of guiding
Oh,
or directing
wow.
you. You get
You see,
yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you short, but for me, the way how I understand, like from my perspective, I believe that a man is a provider. I believe that we can't run away from that. That's how God created it.
True.
Are you all believers?
Yeah, we do.
So- I do believe a man is a provider, and I do believe a woman is a receiver. But of course, when I'm giving you energy, there is also some energy that I expect back. Men, we don't crave for love. I keep on saying this. I keep telling my friends, we don't crave for love. We crave for respect. Do you understand? Respect. And respect is something that we perceive as love. We don't want to start telling us like, I love you, baby. That's a piece of information to us. But actually, respect.
Can I ask you a question?
Please do.
How do you want someone to show you respect in a relationship? Maybe that's the correct question we should be asking around here.
Okay, to me, I believe if I'm providing everything to you. You understand? What I don't want to see is you playing around with other guys. You playing around bw'oba mu mmere yange mu territory zange, my friend. You understand? You're disrespecting me. You're giving out my stuff. You understand?
Yeah, you're right.
Even
right.
even
What
when
do you
you're
mean by playing? I need to get everything clear. I mean,
even flirting around with men, may I have male besties, man, stuff like that, man. That's not it. If you're doing that, you're disrespecting me. You understand?
That's true. That's true.
So like this is like what he said, it's a two-way street. If you say like men are providers and you just stop there, not talk about your part as a woman, the part you play in this whole relationship, then me I will regard that as a misconception. You're getting everything wrong. Yeah. So please, you may proceed.
Oh, yeah. I think the other misconception that I have about healthy relationships is people think happy couples don't fight, but that is, I guess, it's very wrong. I guess all of us here we have been in healthy relationships. I assume we've been in happy relationships, but we have fought still. But now that takes us back to how we handle or solve problems or how we get out of those fights. You get?
Yeah.
So yes, you may be in a very happy relationship, in a healthy relationship, but still, a time will come you will disagree and you'll have to fight. But then if you handle your situation well, fine, things will get back to normal.
Yeah, definitely.
So that still takes us back to the point that I said that everything has two sides, but how you get out of the other determines where you're going.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Daniel, for sharing with us your insights about misconceptions on healthy relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that this podcast is proudly brought to you by Richer Hand Uganda in conjunction with Sauti Media Hub, your number one media solutions provider. Always check on us. Always follow our social media platforms at Sauti Plus on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And also follow Richer Hand Uganda for amazing conversations like this one. So let me go to our next speaker, and that is Naira. Naira.
yes, please.
So can you tell us, sometimes sometimes we can't be in an unhealthy relationship, and we don't get to feel the pain, or we feel like if if my man beats me up, that means he loves me. Have you ever had
No.
such women
Yeah.
speak? You understand? So, like that woman, I think they don't have knowledge of what unhealthy relationship is all about. When you beat me, I believe that love doesn't hurt. Does love hurt?
Exactly.
If someone doesn't, if someone loves me, they should be making me happy. I should be jolly, joyful, happy every time I'm around them. But every time I'm around you and I'm shedding tears, does that really mean that I'm in love? I'm in a healthy relationship? So tell us, what are some of the signs of a healthy relationship? No, unhealthy relationship, sorry.
Signs of unhealthy relationships, like Ali, you said, the very part is how can you be in a relationship and settle for someone brutally? You're like, how? I mean, you're not going to come early in the morning from wherever you are and you know what? Lie down. I mean, why are you beating me for that? That is the first question. Why are you beating me? What have I done? Because I want you to be submissive to me. Submission comes willingly. I mean, do me the good and I'll submit to you. You get? Then other signs of unhealthy relationships would be we are young people, yes. So a young person out there will be like, he provides money for me so I can do whatever he wants. In the disguise of he provides. I mean, yes, he's going to provide. Don't your parents do? Haven't they been doing the same thing for you? I mean, you can get someone else better. Yes, the person is maybe abusing you. No, maybe it may not be physical torture, but because he's providing for your needs at that point, you feel like he's the right person for you or she is the right person for you. Because we shall not take things one way. We shall not take things one way. Even women do that. Even the female do that. So if the woman is maybe providing for the man or the man is providing for the woman, just to do anything brutal to them, may not be physical. I mean, there are a lot of challenges, the psychological, whatever you can call it. That is not a healthy relationship. Providing does not mean caring. You can provide and be brutal to me. And I will not settle for that. And I believe anyone out there would never settle for that. Anyway, some settle because they maybe do not know, but hey, we're here to clear that.
And what I find very interesting in what you're saying is provision. Some people are stuck in certain relationships because they are on Tugabane. Isn't that right?
Very right, very right.
Some guy has put you on Tugabane. The moment you leave Tugabane,
Shit is die.
like Tugabane over to China.
It's like data, small things like airtime. I mean, maybe that, but for you, maybe
Dates.
lunch, maybe
Definitely.
a simple date. I mean,
Or
your
what-
parents have been providing since you're a baby. What is so hard to ask?
Let me get to
it's
Shama.
fine.
Shama,
Yeah.
is that right?
It's actually not right at all. So, okay,
What's not right?
for a man, okay, if you are a woman, just because a man has been maybe he has bought you a car, he has taken you out for a date and what, it doesn't mean that you should actually, just because of that, you should actually stay in that relationship. If at all, he's actually treating you bad. I don't know why women, okay, maybe you feel the guilty. I've been, okay, taking the money, eating the money. He has been taking me out. He has been doing this and this for me. Maybe you kind of feel like guilty. But it's right to just make a decision and you be like, you know what? We can't stand on this. We have to. You're supposed to choose. You're supposed to have a decision and remain on your point.
Wow, that's very nice. So, do you have any other signs of unhealthy relationship?
Well, and it's actually common. And nowadays, actually, women are kept into the house. You don't have this freedom. It's like you're living with this guy, but he doesn't want you to go out for a party. He doesn't want you to get work, to go and work. Actually, getting work, which is actually beyond when they're paying you more salary than his. He doesn't want you to express yourself to the outside world. I don't know why. And women actually also just go in with that. No, yeah.
If you said
Can I?
when you let a lady get exposed, damn.
She's holy.
Get exposed. Oh my God.
Sham-
How will I build you if you're not letting me to be exposed?
Others become wild.
No,
Before you know it, the girl, the lady's gone. Like,
Can I say
I
something
mean,
on that
it's about like
particular
what
point?
insecurities. Yeah, please.
So that point is basically not in the okay, yes, some who are still in the dating process do that,
Yeah.
but it's majorly in the married couples. I mean, it's still a relationship. But how can you tell your wife or your husband? Okay, I do not want to take things personal, but majority are men who do that. How can you tell your wife to sit at home that you're going to pay them the salary they've been getting at work? And if you're to do that, you're going to do it like for at least 3 months, and the next time they will tell you, hey, I need this and that, because the person is entirely depending on you, and you expect support from them, right? You expect support from them because, I mean, she's a sit-home wife, take care of the children, the house, and everything. But then you reach a point and stop giving that care, and then what do you expect from that person? Of course, it's going to turn out into an unhealthy relationship, because the person is going to begin getting, if the time you leave her at home, yes, you've left her at home, you do not know where she has gone. She'll step out for 30 minutes, see someone she's seeing outside, and then come back and sit at home like nothing has happened.
Definitely.
Okoma we wakanga, baby takwatagana nawe nga all you're doing is I'm providing. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So, what's your take, Daniel? What do you think? What do you think? The ladies have expressed themselves.
Yeah, they have.
Uh-huh.
They have really said. They've said a lot. Yeah, some of the things that the signs of unhealthy relationships are things like controlling the other, being dependent on the other, disrespect, harassment, violence, and so on and so forth. Name it. So most of the things I think happen because maybe either one is superior than the other or inferior than the other. So I think for us to have a healthy relationship is to find someone who we have a mutual understanding with.
Definitely.
You get so things like me, let me say, controlling my girlfriend or my girlfriend controlling me. If we're on the same page, will not happen.
Definitely.
You get, and then things like, let me say, my girlfriend depending on me entirely. If of course if she is depending on depending on me, then that would be a sign of unhealthy relationship.
Yeah.
But if we're on the same page, let me say she brings in something small, it may not be monetary, it may be advised, like I said, encouragement, and we're on the same page, yes, fine, we would be still be good to go. Then disrespect.
Disrespect.
Now, this of course goes
Every man is always like, I need you to respect me.
But you're not respecting me.
So I think that will be a discussion for another
for
time.
another year. Now,
Yeah.
one thing I want to hint about respect is we should all know that respect is earned and not demanded for.
Definitely.
So if I respect you and you do not respect me, trust me, things will not go well with us. You get. So that will limit things like harassment, violence. So respect plays a very, very big role. You get. So if we have that in place, then we are good to go.
And to add on your point of respect, I love talking about this topic, by the way, because I think this is one of the misunderstood topics. Because the word respect alone has different, it varies in definition among
Different people.
definitely. You understand? Like you might be having a definition of respect, she has, and I do have. You understand? Like for me, if I find you flirting with other guys, you're disrespecting me, and then you're like,
Duh.
I mean, like, it's so astonishing, you understand? But then I think respect is very, very key for a healthy relationship, for any relationship. It's be it a friendship. If you have a friend that doesn't respect your boundaries, that's not a good friend. That you are you are
You're crossing lines.
emotionally abused. You are under an abusive kind of, you are in a situationship that you don't understand. You understand? A friend that doesn't support your values, that doesn't respect your values, doesn't support your goals and dreams. I mean, it's time to read books, and the guy is telling you, man, tulina okgendako wali eri mu kiraba. I mean, that's unhealthy. It's unhealthy, really, because tomorrow when you fail, you'll get mental health issues, and guess who will suffer from these issues? It's you. not him, you understand? So for me, I believe that can be one sign of unhealthy relationship.
True, true, true.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, um, we have come to the mid segment of our podcast today on healthy and unhealthy relationships. We are trying to discuss ways on how to navigate through life, to navigate through relationships. You know, relationships are part of life. I mean, they are a big part of our lives, and they really affect us positively and negatively. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a short musical break and we shall be right back. And do not forget to download the Sauti Plus app. It's available on your Google Play Store. Download it today and enjoy all our amazing programming and our amazing conversations on these podcasts. And also do not forget to subscribe to our SoundCloud, where you can find all these podcasts with amazing people, with amazing insights, fun, and entertainment. Lego.
What ignites your passion? What fuels your ambition? What drives you to succeed? Whatever the reason is, you need a companion with you to tell you that your dreams are valid, to fuel your passion and inspire you to learn every single day. Introducing the new age Sauti Plus TV, a fresh, easily accessible, and content-packed platform for young people. A companion like no other to give you accurate and reliable information and guide you in making the right choices and take the right direction. A companion to open you to a Pan-African cinematic experience to help make sense of the world around you. A mobile companion that goes easy on your wallet and sticks with you all the way. Sauti Plus TV, your #1 source for shows that matter, anywhere, anytime. Download the Sauti Plus app on the App Store and Google Play Store, or head to www.sautiplus.org.
Wow.
Listen. I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality. Who are we? We are that far-reaching hand, going deep to the front lines to achieve continuous breakthroughs, simplifying health information, and bridging the information gaps in communities. We are transformers, transforming lives with a strong belief that young people have the power to create a better future for themselves. We don't only have a strategy, we have a purpose to build and empower young people through our programs. Taking advantage of new trends and opportunities to respond to the health needs of all young people. We don't only have a vision statement, we have a vision of a world of young people making right, informed life choices. We are not just a youth-centered organization, we are champions of an informed and empowered generation. Champions with promise to keep building systems that empower and improve livelihoods, health, and the quality of life for different communities, most especially young people. This is who we are. We are young people for young people. We are Reach a Hand, Uganda. We are 10 and bold.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back from that short musical break. And we are on the Saudi Plus podcast. And remember, I'm your host, Juma Saf. So, before we broke off for the break, we were discussing about the signs of unhealthy relationships, and Mikey, my take home from that segment is like communicate. I mean, a relationship is a two-way street. We need to be on a balance. Like for me, like what my religion says, I'm a Muslim. God created us to dominate the world, not to dominate one another. No, a man shouldn't dominate a woman, and a woman you shouldn't dominate a man. So I believe, to me, that was my take home. So as we proceed further with the discussion, so I would love to go to Naira. Naira,
Yes, please.
how do our experiences affect our current relationships, and how can we overcome negative patterns?
First and foremost, experiences could be different. And the first experience will be like, maybe say, educational background. So, case in a study is if I'm an educated woman and my husband or spouse is a person who has maybe a Form 6 leaver or senior 4, depending on the level, I who has completed maybe university or something, feels like I am more knowledgeable than a senior 6 leaver.
Kituufu.
You get? So my experience would be like, I have seen books, I have done research, I have done these different things. So I don't think anything he says will down onto me. So that is one thing. So it's going to bring negativity all the way. The second experience, which will be minor or something, is someone who has maybe had an experience to work with lots of people. Like maybe I've gotten to work with the rich goons of town, this and that. So all the time you talk to them, they're like, have you seen this one? Have you done this? Have you talked to this one? Have you gone to the parliament? Have you done this? So all the time you try to talk to them, they're like, I'm a big person. So you're telling me nothing.
Definitely. I
You
definitely
get?
agree. I've
So-
seen people like that.
I feel like if such things happen in a relationship, it's going to be totally unhealthy. Totally. However mutual you are, however much you try to be mutual and all that, it's not going to work.
So Naira, what do you think? How can we overcome such experiences that can affect our relationships?
Can we put our experiences aside in a relationship?
Mm-mm.
I mean, osomie, tasomie, that doesn't work in a relationship. It's not going to bring food on the table. Okay, fine. Maybe biosomie is where you're working from. It doesn't really need to be a priority in a relationship.
Naira, if I could interrupt, I think that counts in a relationship. It just depends on how you're using what you have. You get?
Can I finish my point properly? I mean, yes, I'm saying we
Please
put
do.
our differences aside, like our experiences aside. Okay, not completely. Bring it out where necessary. Not all the time. Like, hey, I'm educated, I'm this, I'm that. I don't need to know that. I mean, I got to get to you. I already knew that, like in the courting process, in the dating, and I know all that. You don't need to remind me of my background. I mean, why?
Okay.
And secondly is, can people improve how they communicate? Maybe communication is something that is still lacking in relationships because you do not know how to communicate to someone and you end up like bringing superiority and inferiority among relationships. Sometimes there is no superior party and there is no inferior party in a relationship. But because of the way we communicate, because of the way we handle each other, that comes the one who is superior and the one who is inferior to one another. So I think those two things need to be handled.
So, our dear listeners, to Naira, your books don't matter, man.
Exactly.
For as long as you cross, if you dare cross her lanes, her boundaries, my friend, you might get a hot slap. I mean, you should be.
I'm not a violent one, man.
I understand. So, guys, our education background really doesn't matter when it comes to relationship. I think we need to respect one another. If maybe your fellow is telling you something that you don't agree with, please disagree respectfully. So, going to Shama. So, Shama, what do you think about this topic? What experiences do you think affect our relationships in our daily life?
All right, I would love to first understand. Are you talking about the previous relationship, or because when you say experiences affect our current, are you talking about the previous relationships or the background, the what?
Definitely. We can even talk about the previous relationships. Maybe you have some experience that you've had
Yeah, I think we should be open to any past experience.
Yeah, just be open.
All right. I think the previous relationships normally affect our current, because you might have been in a relationship whereby a guy you were so obedient to that guy because he was so like bossy. So when you go to this current relationship, you don't want to like let out you don't want to speak because you still have that fear. You're traumatized because of the previous relationship. So you don't want to you don't say out anything because you think also the guy you got might actually slap you just like one.
So what happens if
Just
they
have that
slap
trauma
you?
and you're like,
So what happens if they
and you're
slap
like,
you?
okay, I'm just gonna keep it cold.
What happens if they slap you in this new relationship? I mean, what do you do? Just keep on keeping quiet?
So tell us, like, okay, also the question she has asked really leads to my next question. Like, how do you overcome such a situation? The fears.
Yeah, we have counselors. You should be going to a counselor. Oh my God, we need meditation. You actually need healthy habits. You're supposed to start doing healthy habits. Especially these people who actually have traumas, you need like counseling, go to a therapy, psychologist, talk to them. Know what you can actually help you, go on with your current relationship. Yeah. Actually, there's people actually there, online and offline.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
supposed to talk. Actually, all relationships need counselors because there is no perfect relationship.
So what you're literally saying is that we shouldn't carry our baggage to our current relationship, the baggage from the past. I mean, like it really affects, like you said.
Yeah.
We need counseling. We need therapy. So, ladies and gentlemen, if at all you are in a relationship and you're scared, you have some baggage you're carrying, please let it go. Go and seek support from experienced personnel. I mean, there are a lot of counselors out there. Talk to them. Talk to your friends on how you can navigate through this situation. I mean, Shama, our youngest blood on this podcast, has said.
But still, you can actually get also the good part from the last. You can get a lesson out of it. Like last time, the reason why the guy slapped me, it's because I disrespected him. But to this new, I should actually act like this. I should be calm.
So meaning that we should learn from our past.
Exactly.
And instead. Okay, thank you so much, Shama. So let me go to Daniel. Daniel, what do you think about it? This topic, like experiences? I mean,
Yeah, guys, experiences. I just don't know what I can say, but our experiences can shape how we think and feel. You get.
definitely.
For example, let me say, I was will give an example of myself. Yeah, I was in I should say happy relationship. It was very happy, gorgeous, and everything was moving on well. But it was so unfortunately, we didn't end up together. So I
Sorry,
got,
man.
Sorry.
it's all right. Yeah, but so I got into another relationship. So my past experience, what let me say, if I should translate it in Luganda, yantomeza.
Serious.
Nafuka motoka.
No, I imagined everyone I was going to meet was going to be as good as the person I was with. You get, so I just bumped in Nentomeda. The fuck. You get. So now that really shaped how I felt and how I thought about the people I was meeting. You get. So my experience made me feel maybe everyone I'm going to meet or I'm going to relate with is going to be good, but which is not the case. So still, regardless of the experiences we have, whether good or bad, you still need some counseling, just like
Yeah, definitely.
Shama said. Whether it's a good experience or a bad, because now my good experience made me crash. You get it? I learned it in a very bad experience. You get it? But if I was, let me say, counselor and told me, please, fine, you're going to another relationship, but not everyone you're going to meet will be like this person. So take your time, study, and do this and that. You get. So if that was done to me, I would have probably sailed smoothly.
You see Daniel talking about seeking for support. So one time when I was heartbroken, this girl, she went mnangi. So I got so heartbroken. The only thing that saved my life was talking to someone. When I talked to this lady, she told me, Juma, take a breath. Take a breath from relationships. First, hold on. You know, sometimes we have issues like you are from one heartbreak, you jump directly into another relationship, thinking that
And
you will find asylum.
Solution, yes, yeah.
And this happened
In
more
such
to
a
the ladies.
relationship.
Like, you have this line of men courting you. Yes, you're in a relationship, but once the heartbreak kicks in,
You know, you already have another backup.
Okay.
you already have this backup.
And now those backups are always very dangerous. Now, in most cases, by the way, a backup may just take advantage of you.
You get.
And then now you fall into another ditch. You come back at all.
You see, sometimes girls do it like, can't call him. By the way, I talked to two different people. One was telling me, please first hold your breath. Another one was like, no, Juma, you know, as a man, you need to have
move on.
you need to have multiple girls.
Backup,
You understand?
yes.
One day, come to where she is when you have a cute, beautiful, big bummed lady. Yeah, and make her feel the pinch. You understand? But in the process, my friend, these people sometimes they take advantage of our desperation. You understand? Sometimes we run to them when we are seeking for asylum, like we are empty-hearted. You understand? Like we are empty. We expect them to fill us with love and care and stuff like that. But in the process, you become so attached to them. You become so helpless. You become so needy to a point like they really feel like they are tired of you. You carry all the emotions, all the anger into another relationship, and it doesn't go well. Multiple mental health issues, depression, and stuff like that. And guess what? Someone is dying. You understand?
Those are suicide notes we see around. like,
Definitely. And also when you're talking to someone, don't talk only to one person. You understand? Imagine if I relied on one person for advice, then I would be having some big bummed ladies that I'm trying to move around with. Maybe in the process I get HIV, I get diseases like syphilis and stuff like that, STDs, and which won't be really nice to me. You understand? Sometimes talk to different people. Listen. As they are talking, listen. Don't
Just
talk. You understand?
save
Just
some information as well.
definitely. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've come to the climax of our podcast today. As we end this podcast, I would love to take your parting shots in just 1 minute. What messages do you have for our young people listening to us and watching us on Sauti Plus TV and listening to us on the Sauti Plus SoundCloud? I'll start with Daniel.
Okay, I think let me go first. Yeah.
Okay.
This has been really a very interesting and interactive session. So, just a simple word I would like to say: let us take our past experiences as a learning lesson. Let us learn from our experiences and don't take them for granted.
Definitely.
We go learn, like we pick lessons from the experience to better our future.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Let's move to Naira.
Well, my word for the young people out there is do not rush.
Don't rush.
Will rush you.
You rush, you
Yes,
crash.
right.
Automata.
That's really interesting. So, Shama, what do you have for us?
Well, my last message to the youngest viewers,
Mhm.
because I'm young, the
Yeah.
youngest lady in the
Definitely, they would love to listen from you.
Well, what I can say is that just stay away from unhealthy relationship. The moment you see things are not working out,
Definitely.
at least seek for counseling or just stay away from a relationship if you're not ready for it.
If you are not ready for a relationship, please stay away. And Naira had it that when you rush, you crash. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the closure of our episode on healthy and unhealthy relationship. Hope you've learned really great lessons from this podcast from our guests today. Our dear guests, we are really more than delighted to have you here today. Thanks for sharing your insights. Ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to catch up with these amazing conversations, do not forget to subscribe to the Sauti Plus SoundCloud and also subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can watch this podcast live and as well as download the Sauti Plus TV, Saudi Plus app rather. Please download the Saudi Plus app. It's available on your Google Play Store, and you can watch our Saudi Plus TV with all its
Remember, I'm
amazing.
the iOS users.
We are not ready. We are not yet on
There.
iOS, but right now we are still on Google Play on Android phones. So you can download it via your Android phone and watch our interesting and beautiful programming on Saudi Plus TV. Until we catch up next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, your amazing host, Juma Safari. Let's catch up next time in the next episode of the Saudi Plus podcast. Ciao.